Okay. Okay. So this is my third video. First video I made was me coming out of my shop. I didn't really say much in my first video because I was still kind of scared of what other people would think. Stupid, I know, but I was. Now, I've realized since the last messenger came to me, or not came to me, they don't come to me anymore. Maybe they will in the future. But what I mean by messenger is basically I kind of set myself little pillars. I mean, other than the 316 thing, that's my like target, like, you know, in the physical world. I kind of left myself breadcrumbs, I guess. But I also have messengers. I guess you could call them avatars or like masters of some sort, and they come and tell you prophetic messages. So a lot of you have probably had it happen. You just like didn't mind it. I take heed to what they say. So based on what he said, I gotta go back to LA. I don't know what it is about LA. I know that I've been there a couple times. This would be my third time. My third time going to LA in the last year and a half. Honestly, I honestly don't know what it is about LA. It's, for some reason, for me anyways, weird, very weird. I'm not talking about the people. The people are just weirder. But basically, whenever I'm there, I tend to feel like my energy gets like so much stronger. I don't know why. Like in Toronto, not so much. Not so much. Like when I'm here, it's like I have energy, but in LA, it's like so much more. It's like, especially in the physical realm, like I sense more, I see more, and like it's like everything's kind of zoomed in. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing these videos is because I'm like starting to branch out of being scared. I mean, I was first in tune with myself when I was 18. I had a lot of things happen to me when I was like, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then around 21, I kind of said, let's cut the cord. Literally, let's cut the cord. Because at that point, like, I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know. I knew that I had this innate feeling like something was wrong. Something was wrong. I didn't know what. I was like, why is it that everything kind of seems meaningless? You know, like, why is it that I look at events and people are like frantic and freaking out, and I'm always like, well, you know, don't really care. Like the little things that people were worrying about really didn't bother me. You know, I first started, you know, going off and reading about, you know, the Masons, the Priory of Sion, Knights Templars, Mary Magdalene, the Jesus bloodline. I mean, it brought me all the way to the Sumerians. As for Zechariah Sitchin, already passed away, very good writer, awesome. I mean, if you look at like my collection, like fuck, all I did was read. Like read. Meanwhile, the reading kind of like I'd read and I already knew like half of the stuff I was already reading, which was like another thing. Like, why is it that like I already knew everything? Like I would get to the end of a book and be like, well, I knew that already. It's because there's nothing in those books. Okay. So that's how I started. And then obviously, like, you know, based on my readings, like I started getting into meditation, and then I started channeling, doing different things. And like at that time, it was like I was innocent. Like nothing had really held me down. Like I would meditate and I could just like tune in, very quickly. Like I was able to get to different levels very quickly. I mean, and my cousin brought me onto the whole idea of like astral projection and astral travel. And like when I was younger, it was like I was all for it. Like I was so all for it. And then when it got to the point where I was like meeting my guides, I was cool with that. And then you know, I didn't meet all of them. I met some of them. It was actually kind of really weird when I met my first one. It was like, wow, that was so easy. Why did I figure that out before? But then as I started getting higher and higher and higher, it's like I kind of felt like I was alone in terms of like my physical world. Like no one I talked to really knew what the hell I was talking about. But in that sense, I was surrounded by joy and surrounded by like love and stuff. And here, I found that no one else was on the same like wavelength. I mean, if I went online and said like the coming or let's say like guides or whatever. Like people be like, oh yeah, it's your guides. They're like your conscience. It's like no, your guides, like or whatever. Like what I would always feel they were was like they've been through it with you. You chose them. They are in. They have facets of yourself or whatever. But I mean, at that time when I was younger and I was like all going through this, I didn't realize what it was really for, the bigger picture. And when the bigger picture was posed to me, it was like either you come, you fight, or you have babies and you wait till the next, have babies and go through this life and come the next time. I kind of said, forget it. Like, like screw you guys. Like I don't know. Like I was, there was still a part of me that was like, um, not in fear, but like, what if I was being misled? What if there was that off chance that I was being misled? And do I want to be the sucker that followed the misguidedness? And what I've come to realize after running away for about 5 years now is that I wasn't being misguided. When they cut me off, like when I cut myself off, because that's how it works. It's like you can only allow what I like. They will only allow what you say to allow. So when I said leave me alone, they left me alone. And my curiosity would always supersede my fear. So luckily, and I thank myself for this, I left myself these messengers and these little like pivot marks along the way so that I wouldn't feel like I was being misled. Like I gave myself little like flotation device breadcrumbs to make myself feel more reassured. And at this point, I thank myself for that. At first, I always thought it was like weird, but now I'm starting to finally see like all the pieces are coming together. Now that the pieces are coming together, I'm realizing that I have like less and less time. Like time is running out, and I mean, I don't even know if I will be able to get in groove again with everything. I really don't know. I mean, I'm starting from here. I was here. Now I'm starting back at the beginning. It's nerve-wracking because it's like I already knew how to do it, and now that I'm trying to do it, it's like my frustration is what's actually blocking. Okay. Did I talk about the energy stealers? I think I need to talk about the energy stealers. Okay, I don't know what that's like their real name, but I'm kind of empathic. Like even though I was like running away all the time, I'm empathic to these beings, and they like what they are is like come in human form. They're in the physical form. If you're empathic, like if you ever meet somebody that you're like, I don't like them, trust that. Like really trust that because they're multiplying. Like it's retarded. Like I'm seeing so many more energy. Like basically what they do is like they suck up all of the energy around them. I mean, if we're energy beings, like we have energy like flowing all through us, right? They just suck it all up. I mean, if you don't know how to protect yourself, like protect yourself, like they'll just suck you dry. And I mean, like when I meet them, it's like battle to battle in the physical. Like it's like we can, yeah. But for you ongoers, if you meet somebody and you just don't like them, and like there's something about them that just irks you, walk away. They follow you, run away. I mean, until you learn how to protect yourself, like really, there are more than I've noticed. Like in the last couple, like when I first started on this path, and then I cut myself off. Even though I cut myself off from the higher, I still was aware of what was going on in the physical, and they're multiplying. They're multiplying a lot. I don't know where they come from. I haven't figured that out yet. I mean, when I first was in tune, it's like if I had known what I was capable of, I had to learn that lesson because I kind of fell ass backwards into it. Like I didn't even know what I was looking for, and I kind of like fell into it. Now that I see what the bigger picture is, it's like, wow, why didn't I kind of like center myself more? Why didn't I focus more? Why didn't I just go full throttle? And I didn't. So I'm starting from level 1, A, so to speak, and I need to get to Z. And my patience level is so much more of a struggle because I used to know how to do it. I still know how to do it. Just my energy is not resonating properly anymore. Hopefully they haven't cut me off and they're not going to make me wait. I need to figure out if I could do that. I need to get over my fears. That's first. I've had some good dreams. I have to say that. Like once I was like, okay, I'm on this track now. I had a dream where a wolf attacked, like it was trying to attack people, and you know, I locked the people up, and then I had to like battle with the wolf, and I woke up. That's good because that's my first fear is, you know, just getting over my fears. Period. I had a dream where I had to kill myself. A pretty big dream. But I'm saying like slowly, slowly, slowly. Once I get over these physical like fears, you know, then I will be able to embrace more. Um, I've met a lot of people in Toronto. At the time, I was running away, so I didn't really help them as much as I should have. I've met others like myself that kind of understand that something's coming and like it's kind of like I don't know if like it's a battle, but in a sense that's the way they see it. It's a battle. I wish that I had banded us together. But at the time I was running away, so I was kind of like, yeah, you're right. There is something going on, but I'm kind of going this way because I don't want to deal with it. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I've only met them in Toronto, like we kind of all kind of, it's like if I was the beacon, or like, the flies or the moths come to the flame type of thing. Um, they can sense me. Like, they knew that I was of that beaconing. I don't even know like I was a flame of some sort. And I wish and I hope that I can reconnect with them because we need to band together. I don't know if there's any more of us out there in terms of the world. I'm sure there are. I need to, if we're all starting at, just awakening. I've already been awoken, but I went back down. So I'm starting at the beginning again. So if you're starting at the beginning again and, trying to connect and trying to open yourself up to this, we can kind of lean on each other. That would be great because, I'm starting to do these video journals so that, people can understand, where I'm coming from. That it is going to be a process, but at least we can do it together. Sounds like fun. But if you do know of others or you yourself are lost or you kind of know what I'm talking about but don't know what I'm talking about, just message me anyways. Everybody is good. There's no negativity where I'm coming from. I'm starting from the basics. So if you're starting from the basics, we can all start together. There's people that are obviously a lot more higher up and yes, it's intimidating, but we'll get through it together. And I think that's about it. So LA, here I come. And I'll figure out what I gotta do there once I get there. But hopefully in this next month or so, I can kind of in tune, get more in tune and focus and reclaim what I used to be able to do. If not, then I guess I'll figure it out in the physical sense when I get there. But have a good day, everybody, and hopefully we can learn together. Sounds good.